And this is actually the secret to 3v3. This is something that I've discovered very recently. This is the secret. This is a secret that I'd be missing out on.
Yo, what is up guys? Just before this video starts, have you heard of the website AUAH before? AUAH is a website where you can buy and sell cheap Rocket League items, credits or blueprints. You'll receive your items just a few minutes after you order them. So if you want to check it out, use the link in the description and use the code SKSH to get 6% off. Thank you.
So, I was thinking to myself last night, right? I thought I've been playing really good recently, but how can I play better? I realised something. I was watching Archie play, right? I was watching Archie play against BDS and Regional, and I realised what makes Archie so good at Rocket. I realised my biggest issue in threes. I flip too much. I actually flip way too much. I just have to flip less. So that's it. Nothing more. That's how simple it is. I realised that's how Archie's so good. If you watch Archie, watch Monkey Moon, right? And watch Fairy Peak. And you're going to notice what these guys have in common is, like, they don't flip that much in threes. And I realised the reason why I flip so much in threes is because of twos and ones. Now, the problem with 2v2 is it actually gives you some really bad habits for 3v3. And flipping a lot is one of them. So, the reason why flipping's bad in 3v3 is because 3v3 is all about your positioning, oh my bad, and all about hitting the ball obviously, which I just failed, but yeah, that's what I realised. I was like, fuck man, I flip way too much. I never even realised that until now. I was like mind blown. Well, I've actually kind of realised something, right? I know I said that about 5 times, but 2v2 is kind of overrated. Even though 2v2 is probably the most fun game mode, it's actually kind of overrated. Like, I think that 2v2 can actually make you worse at threes, but I don't think 1v1 makes you worse than threes. Because 1v1 is such a unique game mode that I don't think it actually has a detriment towards your 3v3, assuming that you still play 3v3, right? I think 2v2 can actually be detrimental towards threes. What aspects are detrimental? That's a really good question. So the reason I think why 1v1 isn't that detrimental towards 3v3 is because 1v1's like, 1v1's its own game. 1v1 is like completely different from anything else in Rocket League. So it's like 2v2, you're flipping all the time. What's up, Jam? Seb. Look at the way this guy plays, right? Watch. Watch. Let's go back further. Just watch. He doesn't flip. He doesn't flip at all. You notice he doesn't flip, right? No flipping. And you notice that because he's not flipping at all, it's like he's got so much more influence on his position. He's got so much more control over the game. How he sees the game, right? It looks so crystal clear. From like, just look how crystal clear the game looks. Everything looks so in control. And that's just because he's not flipping. That's because he stays grounded. This is how Retos plays as well. Watch Retos play. When Space Station won every single tournament, Retos just didn't flip at all. And this is actually the secret to 3v3. This is something that I've discovered very recently. This is the secret. This is a secret that I'd be missing out on. It's just not even flipping that much. It's such a basic piece of advice. It's like, Rocket League is, I say that Rocket League's 95% mental, right? That's because your mentality influences everything you do, but not on that level of thinking, on an actual purely Rocket League level of thinking. Imagine it was a robot playing and they had no mentality. Rocket League and 3v3 is all about the positioning, right? And I don't think Archie's even doing anything very special right now. I don't think he's done anything special this entire game. Simply his positioning is just really good. Yet again, he's barely flipping at all. Like, this guy doesn't flip. No flipping. He's moving around the pitch. Doesn't flip at all. And you see how much easier the game becomes. The game just becomes so much easier when you can think about the game like this. I'll need to get a post. Yeah, I'm gonna climb up in threes. Oh my god. Okay. They got rid of the Pogchamp emote, and I am so sad. What the fuck? Like, I'm actually mind blown, bro. I am mind blown. Twitch are scum for that. Twitch are really scumbags for that. Like, actually, like, that is a very, very... I was very, like, annoyed when I seen that. Well, have you read the book 1984 before? That's what it reminds me of. I read this book called 1984. And, like, what the fuck? Apparently, if you got a different opinion now, you're not allowed. Just, you know, you got a different opinion. It's crazy, man. Crazy. Very scary world, I think. I mean, I think a lot of people were replying like they did the right thing. Like, I was like, what? How can people say they did the right thing? Terrible. I think his views are maybe, you know, like, he's got extremist views and shit, and I get it. It's pretty. You think it might be scary views, but what the fuck has Pogchamp got to do with his opinions? Like, what has a Twitch emote got to do with his viewpoint on the world? It's so fucked up. But that's just my opinion. The real kicker, right? The real kicker. They said they're gonna make a new Pogchamp emote. Like, what? Huh? No, they can't. That's blasphemy. Pogchamp was always my favourite emote. Pogchamp has always been my favourite emote on Twitch. It's always been one of the most popular emotes. Oh yeah, they said in the tweet, right, that we believe that Pog has, like, transcended the original person. Like, that is a sick thing to say. Like, what the fuck? I think that's a terrible thing to say. Imagine being the guy and reading that, like, Twitch basically saying that, you know what I mean, like, you don't even matter, like, I don't know, maybe I'm overreacting, but it's kind of weird, to be honest. This is very interesting, right? Most of the best players in Rocket League are very grounded players, and this is so come on. Everyone that's watching the stream right now, if they hit this ball, they're gonna jump off with it. Like, when you hit this ball, you're gonna jump off the wall with it. But look how smart Attache is. He actually is like, I don't need to jump off the wall. What am I gonna gain from jumping off the wall? So he's like, fuck it, I'm not gonna jump off the wall. He stays in his position. And this is right, this is a really good example. Watch how stop, start. You see it. I'll go over it again. Let's go slow-mo. Watch his movement very carefully. Stop, start, stop, start, stop, start. He's like, back, forth. Attache is probably one of the players that does that more than any other player. Why does Attache carry his team so hard? And this is a fact. Attache carries the fuck out of his team. I can't see any argument why Attache doesn't carry the fuck out of his team. But the reason why it's so good is because it's so difficult to read this whole stop-start thing. So you stop, start, it really puts opponents off. So, honestly, when you're watching, you see the technical mastermind that is this player. We're gonna watch more Archie after, because Archie is just, if you watch Archie compared to Attache, Attache's doing a lot more movements. He's doing a lot more of these, like, and I think that for me personally, I'm gonna want to kind of emulate Archie's playstyle a little bit, take some hints from his playstyle, because I think the way that Archie plays the game is really, really, really good, man. I cannot get over how good he is.